welcome back to the Deep State Show slash podcast. Hope you all had a great last few days. Today is Sunday, 8:56 a.m. Usually at this time, I'm getting ready with my family to go to church. Today happened to be for a long time ago. Our family they booked a one of those um, shows that you go to where it's like a movie, but they actually play. It's a play. That's what it is. Didn't know. I didn't know what to say about that, but it's a play we're going to today. So my family had booked a long time ago, and Sunday was the only time they were able to book it. So we're like, okay, I guess we're just gonna go to the show today. So I'm doing that in a few hours, and before I go do my family thing, the show, and then after that we're gonna go get together with the family, have pizza or something, have a family day, and that's usually my Sundays. Are we go to church, then we go visit my in-laws and have a family time, good family conversation, then come back around 6 7 p.m. and call it a night. And I don't know how y'all do your Sundays. A lot of people have football Sundays or they do their chores, but this is how my Sundays are. And so far, I like it. Used to be my Sundays, I would do nothing. I would just sit on my couch, be a couch potato, and just relax, watch a movie or something. But my Sundays have evolved over the years, and your Sundays gonna evolve um, over the years too. So, anyways, but I knew my day is going to be very busy, so I wanted to come in here, jump in, and just make a video before I go. And hopefully, so far, the format, the way I'm making these videos, you all are enjoying them, and I will get better on how I'm doing these videos and the topics you guys want me to talk about. But I'm trying to keep it as natural as possible. And I do used to make videos, scripted videos, where I would actually write down the script, what I want to talk about. I would make documentaries, so I would record and do a cut. I like this much better. It's way more candid. It's probably why a lot of people um, find podcasts very, very interesting and find themselves attracted to them more and more. It's very candid and honest. Okay, so there's few things I wanted to talk about today, and let's talk about. I'm sure you all have seen. So the Bible sales are up 42% since 2022, and I saw the news. And honestly, I don't know what your thoughts were on that. I was not surprised at all whatsoever. Ever since we moved out here in the Northeast, we started going to our church where my in laws go to, and it's been like 2 3 years now. Last 2 3 years, the amount of young people I have seen coming to church, coming to God, and getting baptized in enormous numbers. The amount of young people we're getting in our Bible study or church groups, enormous. And a lot of I had a good conversation with a buddy of mine. I talked about it in my last podcast on why that is happening, and I was explaining it to them like men, well, last especially in the last decade, back in during 2015 when Trump first was running for president, and there was this movement going on in our country here that men are bad and young woman needs to go to the opposite direction versus what they're called to do. And those kids who were, I don't know, in elementary school in second grade, they're all now grown up. They're all now in college, and their whole life, these are the things they've heard. Their men are bad, that women are not supposed to be women, they're both supposed to be something else, and that white men are a threat to this nation. And all these people have now grown up and they just thought they're now there should be. They lost purpose. And in losing that, in the, I feel like in the midst of losing that purpose, a lot of people are finding God and coming back to the Lord. I think it's just amazing. It is just amazing. And I hope this movement continues and it just grows. Matter of fact, I'm going to share a story the other day at work. For some of you all know where I work, for a little context, I work in retail and we have appointments, we help people. A buddy of mine, a really good buddy of mine, Frank, at work, he had an appointment with these very two young ladies. And he asked them, "Oh, how was your day?" And they're like, "Good." And they had this little Barnes and Noble bag with them. He said, "Oh, what did you buy?" And they both responded to him that they bought Bibles for the first time. And he is coming along to the Lord in the last few months and if not recent years. And he shared that story with me. I'm like, that's amazing. And then I told him how the Bible sales were up. Guys, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Just amazing. And it made me very happy. Honestly, just kids who are gonna be raised reading Bibles, the kids who are going to starting a college now or starting high school now, them versus the children who don't have any God in life, they don't have any that purpose in life, they're gonna have a different type of the way they see the life, and they're gonna respect people much more. They're gonna respect their elders. They're gonna respect um, people in life versus a lot of these kids these days. They're just mocking everyone, making fun of everybody, have no respect for elderly or have no respect for our president, or it doesn't matter what president, Biden or Trump, no respect for any of those, and no respect for the authority. They're just doing all these crazy things in front of our law enforcement. So I just think it's amazing, and it's also going to be a little culture shift in our nation. I mean, if you see a lot of these big cities like Chicago, New York, San Francisco, these young kids that are just walking around like they never had a parent in their life, they never had a father in their life. And in this channel, you're gonna hear me talk a lot about how important it is to have father or father figures in your life. Very important. I never had a father. A lot of the wisdom that I have or that I'm still learning is just I have to look for that wisdom in other places, and one of those places were God or Bible or good godly men that I have in my life, and it's just it is really important, you guys. You gotta have a foundation. Um, and So I have a story I want to talk about. This is also from work yesterday, and I want to connect that story with the topic of respect. Oop, I'm eating a muffin over here. I don't really go buy these really sweet little muffin treats, but here and there when I go to a coffee shop, I like to get a little treat. So I got a muffin, warmed it up with some coffee. Amazing. Yeah, I guess this is my little guilty pleasure, you guys. But anyways, I want to share the story. So yesterday, I had an appointment at work. And normally, on the busy days, I'm supposed to help 2 to 3 people at the same time, mostly two. And yesterday was one of those days where I was able to help this lady one on one. This it started really good. She just needed some help she was going through, and I'm not gonna share exactly what it was, but we were having a good conversation. And then she tells me that she's from Peru. I'm like, that's amazing. And I pointed to a different colleague to mine. I'm like, oh yeah, she went to Peru, and she acknowledged. She's like, yeah, I went to Peru. It was an amazing conversation. And then at this point, I've been helping her for like 10, 15 minutes, and all of a sudden she started talking about it's very loud in there. She started talking about something I didn't really understand, but as as being respectful, I'm just acknowledging her, like, yeah, yeah. And then she was talking about something along the line, the yellow shirt that she was wearing. And I didn't really hear exactly what she said, but I heard that she mentioned that she was wearing a yellow shirt. And I'm like, yeah, looks good on you. And then she said that she's sad that not a lot of people here are wearing it, and she started getting agitated. At this point, I'm curious. Like, I asked her, "What do you mean? Like, is it some sort of day, or are people supposed to wear yellow shirts today?" And then she started telling me about, oh, it's the No Kings anti-Trump protest, and in the name of that protest, people are supposed to wear a yellow shirt, but she's just not happy that not a lot of people are wearing them, and then I should wear them after I'm off of work, and I told her, oh, I had no idea that was going on, and I mentioned like I don't follow much of to be respectful because it's not a time it's not a right time and a place to have that kind of conversation, especially me having that conversation at a workplace with a customer. So I just like, hey, I don't follow much, so I didn't know what was going on. As soon as I said that, it's like she made full 180 on me, and her temper towards me changed dramatically. And like when I say it changed dramatically, she kept looking at me straight in my eyes, and then started going off how, like, I'm the reason, like, he's in the office, we're not paying attention, this, that, and that. She kept going on and on and on, and again, she was a little elderly, and for me to being respectful, and honorable, and I'm just like acknowledging her, like, and then she started going off from, she's jumping topics from immigration to some drug cartel stuff that she was talking about, and I just kept not acknowledging her, like, I just work there. Like, what do you want me to do? And kept jumping topics real fast, and then after that, she went on the topic of how she was poor, and I honestly don't even know exactly what she was saying because she was going super fast. And she was saying how Israel is bad, and Israel is funding Hamas and this and that. They're the terrorists, and America is the terrorist. It went so, and then at this point, she's raising her voice, and my colleague that I pointed to, who had went to Peru, she's looking at me, and she's in a lead position, like, what is going on over here? And we're on the same table, and now she's using her hand. She's like pounding on the table with the hand and doing like pointing and doing this on the table. And now the other table, their customer sitting now, they're looking over like, what is going on? And at this point, she's been lecturing me for over yeah, at least 5 minutes, probably more. And I started looking at down on my little iPad, pretending that I have another appointment, like I gotta go. Um, Finally, I start to pull out of the chair and get up, and all of a sudden, I see her husband comes in. Then he grabs her by the shoulder, and she calms down immediately. And um, and then she just calmed down, and I don't. She just weirded the conversation how like I need to pay more attention and get more involved in X, Y, and Z. Then I just changed topic really fast. I'm like, yeah, wow, yeah, you're right. You're very passionate, but I diverted the conversation like this was your problem, this was the solution. So yeah, have a good day. She's like, great. And I came back and I'm just like, what just happened? My lead came in. She's like, what happened out there? I'm like, I have no idea. You heard the conversation. She just was not happy that I didn't know about this yellow shirt thing. And guys, honestly, I had no idea. I knew, liberals were protesting something, but they're always protesting. They got nothing better to do, to be honest with you. They're protesting about the things that they have no idea what they even protesting about. And I had no idea what was going on with the whole yellow thing, the yellow shirt. And and then I started paying attention if there were any people wearing yellow. And not gonna lie, I saw quite a few people were actually um, 3, 4 people I saw in the mall that were actually wearing yellow. And guys, listen, you're on the left, you're on the right. I don't care what side you're on. This is not the way to do things. This is not the way to invite somebody into your side. And there's a time and a place to do these things. And you have to do it. You have to invite people. You have to see the room. That was not the place. She made everyone around her uncomfortable. It was like uninvited conversation that she forced not just me, but all the other customer that was sitting around us, all about whatever she was preaching at that moment. Not a time place. It's very, very, very disrespectful. That's not how. I mean, I've seen all these videos of all these crazy leftists are just going nuts, all because somebody's not agreeing to their pronouns or disagree with something, but I never personally actually seen anything like it. This is the first time, and I'm just like, this is crazy. And let me tell you, I'm gonna pray for her because when she was talking to me, the way she was looking at me, I don't even think she blinked. It looked like she was possessed. I'm not even joking. But all I have to say to her, it's okay. I forgive you. Yeah, this is there's a better way to do things, and you really have to see your surroundings, and that was not it. Um, and I just wanted to, it made me think about just respect, guys. Regardless of disagreements, if somebody doesn't know anything, you, you can't just automatically expect people to respect you. I mean, I still respect her because she was an elderly, okay? Um, but I don't know her. There's different types of respect. She's an elderly, I will give her that respect, but there's a respect that you earn by doing good deeds. I don't know anything about her if she's done good deeds. I don't know if she's in a big position that she earned. So she has one type of respect from me. That is that she was elderly. All the other type of respects you have to earn, and she had the opportunity to earn that respect yesterday if she had started the conversation in a respectful manner, but she didn't. So she lost that opportunity for me to respect her. That was a really good moment if she would have started that conversation like much nicer and calmer way, but she didn't do that. Guys, you gotta learn how to have that conversation. Oh, and then she ended um, by saying, "Oh yeah, you're from India. I need to be more like my brothers that are from India, like the guy that's running for New York City mayor." No, no thanks. I'm not gonna be like that Indian guy who's a communist. No thanks. Crazy. Crazy, you guys. Crazy. Um, Anyways, so that happened. And I got off of work and immediately called my wife and I shared what happened. And she's, my wife's amazing. She has such good wisdom. She always share, and she just shared a scripture with me from God, how Jesus said them to love them, forgive them, and they don't know any better. And she's right, and God was right. I mean, I've been there, you know. Wisdom is something that you learn over the years, and you really have to be accepting to learn, or you have to be okay to be wrong. If you never admit that you're wrong ever, you're never going to learn. You're never going to learn. Anyways, change the little topic over here. Um, Went to gym this morning. It was great. I had I don't know if I shared with you guys some health setbacks that I had last 3 4 weeks with my migraines and headaches. So I had a good run before that, going to the gym, and last for 4 5 weeks, I lost all the motivation to go back. But this morning, I just couldn't sleep, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna just lay on the bed. I'm actually gonna go to the gym. So I went to the gym around 5:30, around 6 a.m., and walked in, and I was just thinking on the way, like, what gives people the motivation to the people who are at the gym at 3 4 a.m., like what is that thing that gives them the motivation? And I was just like telling myself, like, usually something happens in people's life, they need a dramatic change because something happened. And I go in, and there's only one other person in this gym. My gym is really small, you guys, in the small town. And I see this guy working at this gym, really buff. And he's like, "Hey, good morning." Hey, good morning. So I started doing my thing for a while, and I just looked at him, and he was big, and I could just see the energy in him. He was a little older. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to this man, and he was working out. I'm like, hey, dude, I just wanted to come out here and tell you, like, you look really good. You're really buff, and just want to pay you a compliment first. And I just wanted to ask, like, how long you've been working out? And he was very nice. He's like, my name is Nick, and he's like, he's been working out for 2 years, but majority of those 2 years that he been working out, he only worked out in his house, which was kind of crazy. Not crazy, I guess, crazy to the people who don't want to work out in the house. But and then he shared his story with me, and I asked him, like, what gives you the motivation? And he's like, "Oh, I guess we're really going deep this in the morning." I'm like, "Yup." And he shared me his story, that, how he wanted to change his lifestyle and cut down drinking and all that. It was amazing, and basically made a little new friend at the gym that I can go and say hi to whenever I see him. It made me think, like, all these young men that are going to gym, they're losing motivation. Guys, you don't have to go all hard in, like, right off the bat. Just just go to, if you're just going in, just go for like 3 4 days a week, and just spend like 30 minutes there. You don't have to go all in, and make friends. Go talk to these people that you see that are working next to you, that are very buff and big. Be their friends. They'll be your motivation. When you when you stick around people that are doing the type of life that you want to do, it'll help you. You know how they say that you are who you hang out around with? It's very real. Very real. Like, me going there and talking to him just gave me a little bit more motivation. Like, if I go, he's gonna be there. I'm gonna say hi to him, and I'm gonna have a conversation with him. It's gonna give me more motivation to work hard, and he'll give me more wisdom on what kind of weights to lift, and which he already did a lot of the stuff he shared with me. Um, so yeah, guys, I would encourage a lot of young men who are just basically my age, want to work out, want to have a good physique, want to have good health and live longer for their family. Just work out, start with working out 3 days a week and just stay consistent. Consistency is the key. Yeah, it was just amazing. It was just amazing. And the only other thing that I was thinking I want to talk about today is this whole protest thing. You guys, I saw the poster and of the No Kings protest, and they're all nonprofits, and a lot of those nonprofits are getting funds, grants from our government that we pay taxes for. So we are paying taxes to people to go protest. On top of that, people like George Soros and all these Roy Singham from China, Chinese billionaire, they're paying those protesters, not protest, the nonprofit organizations. Not only that, if you look, I'm gonna put a picture in there. How many of those protests, the nonprofit organizations are like Socialist of America, literal Communist Party. They got the communist symbols in there, and I'll put that in the picture as well. And the whole thing with the No Kings protests also doesn't make any sense, guys. If there was a dictator king in this country, won't let you protest, especially a protest that's against him. You're freely protesting in this country, and you're protesting No Kings. Doesn't make sense, you guys. And liberals, you guys got anything better? Do you guys work? Ever? You guys ever work? How much money are you spending on all these flags? You go from one flag to another flag every other week, and then you fly that flag. You don't even know what kind of flag you're flying. Like, what is going on here? You guys, what is something that has happened in your life? What kind of rights have you lost? I remember when Trump was winning, oh, the woman's gonna go back to the 1800s. All their rights gonna be stripped away. That's what Oprah and all these paid Jennifer Lopez people were saying. Well, he's been in the office since almost a year now. What rights have we lost? Really, like, you see what's happening? Is this even your thoughts? Is this even something you want to do? Or are you just programmed like the lady I met at work? Guys, I don't know about you. I am tired of seeing these people with all the flags except the American flag. And now all these people are programming you to believe that Antifa doesn't exist. Come on. You're all programmed. It's a program. It's like a computer program. Wherever coding that they'll put in, you'll just repeat those messages. Mind control, you guys. Wake up. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I'm gonna get ready, and maybe on the next podcast I'll share how the show went, and I'll share the details of those. If you like this, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. It just the Deep Grid on Twitter. TikTok is the same, Deep Grid, and please share this if you like. And I have two other jobs and a full-time college and a family. This is, I do something on the side just for, I like doing it. It's like a little outlet for me, really good outlet. I think I don't know how you guys do it. I need it, you know, and it helps me form my thoughts by just talking. And yeah. Anyways, whoever you are, the 44 subscribers that I have, I love you, and God bless you. I'll see you next time. Bye.